Governor Stitt did outline 3 specific investment proposals to stimulate new business in Oklahoma, as well as protect the hundreds of small businesses struggling to survive during the pandemic. What hasn't been determined yet is how to pay for them. The governor is seeking $20 million for his Quick Action Closing Fund to attract more companies to relocate to Oklahoma.
Giving him the ability to have some money to help pot sweeten the deal, as he's recruiting companies, working with Commerce Department, I think it's a no-brainer that we ought to empower and, if we're going to expect results out of them, let's give them some of the tools to go deliver on some of those results that we'd like to see.
Chad Warmington, president and CEO of the State Chamber of Oklahoma, adds that $20 million isn't enough.
The number's too small. We ought to aim for a bigger amount of money, but hey, we'll take what we can get.
Governor Stitt says the incentive program is working, specifically in California.
In the past 2 years, we've had meetings with companies in California. They all say the same thing. We want out. PAS MRO, an aerospace company based in California, announced last summer it would be moving its operations to Bristow, Oklahoma. Company President Jim Agee said the decision was easy. He said it was because of Oklahoma's business-friendly policies, availability of highly trained workers, and the lower cost of doing business in our state.
But Democrats argue that money would be better spent on Oklahoma workers.
The governor is focused on increasing profits for corporations. If he truly wanted to help working families, we would have heard about a higher minimum wage, paid family leave, increased access to higher learning. It's our inability to invest in healthcare, infrastructure, and education that's costing us jobs.
To spur entrepreneurship and reward promising Oklahoma startup companies, the governor is proposing $15 million in accelerator funding, with $5 million apiece allocated to Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and rural areas.
If you can get companies that just need that, have good bones, let's say, got a good plan, a good structure in place, and have a good finance model, and we can help them really take it to the next level quicker, Oklahoma benefits from that. You can be in rural Oklahoma is as attractive as anything. And if we can provide the infrastructure and the technology and the tax and regulatory environment, there's no reason we can't attract some of those businesses there.
The governor would also like to attract the best and brightest to come and live and work in Oklahoma, based on a program already thriving in Tulsa called Tulsa Remote.
The incentive package is $10,000 that's paid throughout the year. It's $2,500 in the beginning to help with relocation costs, $500 a month, and then $1,500 at the end of the process.
Privately funded by the George Kaiser Family Foundation, 325 people applied and were accepted in 2020, and they expect that number to increase in 2021.
I was really looking for a place to call home that had a strong community and had a whole bunch of events going on and just people who were compassionate and cared about their community. So when I found the Tulsa Remote program, I honestly fell in love immediately. When I read the first article, I was like, I need to apply. I need to go.
The governor did not specify the amount of money he would seek to pay for a statewide version of Tulsa Remote.
So this is like 3 hours, so it's a lot longer.
For us, he touched on modernizing and restructuring the state's civil service system, which is a priority for us.
Stitt would like to see hiring and performance principles common in private business adopted for the state's roughly 32,000 employees.
Agency leaders have their hands tied in who they can hire and promote because of outdated restrictions. Thousands of our state employees are stuck in a system where qualified, dedicated, and hungry employees are often waiting years to be promoted, all because they're stuck behind someone in line.